Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H. Okay, we are continuing. I am working on the journal cover that I showed you. We got the paper bags put together, and you can see that I have just started to collage my cover, and I'm taking these. I have some digitals and this is from those, but I'm mainly focusing on tailor-made journals, her digis for this journal. I love it, and I'm trying to decide, guys, what we want to do here. So I'll need your help, and I hope you are having an amazing day. I hope you have sunshine where you're at. If not, I hope that you are feeling sunshine inside and just warm and cozy and able to do some things that bring you joy. Okay, so let me just kind of a quick little reminder, or for those of you that are new or didn't see my last video where we did the cover. This is the inside. I still have not stitched it in yet, but here's the inside, and we made our cover for the inside, the inside of the cover. Okay, so this is going to go here. This will be here. And I pulled out these that I wanted to make pockets from. And so that's what I'm going to do on the inside cover. I decided to keep it more plain and to highlight the bags themselves as well. Don't you just love the scrunch? And of course, I have coffee dyed these. I haven't really done coffee dyeing on many of her digis, but I just wanted a little bit extra vintagey feel here. So yeah, what I did was I took her digital like this. I cut it in half. This is a file folder, but I cut it in half, and then I just folded it in like it would be, for gluing, making a pocket, and I stitched on 3 sides here just to show that it gives it that little bit of texture, and it makes you think that you've stitched it down. Oh, you know what? Hello, Ronda. Earth to Ronda. Because I'm thinking, no, I'm right. Okay, scrap that. The idea of folding this in was to give this pocket a little bit of body. So it's really hard when you have a pocket that's really flat. It's hard to put things in it. And so if you give your pocket a little flap, so to speak, that just helps make it just a smidgen easier to tuck something in. And my idea why I didn't do it on the bottom was I am just planning on gluing the bottom, gluing the sides, and I don't want to put the pockets on just yet. This is what they're going to look like, and I think it's going to be fabulous. And the reason I don't want to put the pockets on just yet is I want to put this all together, and then I think what I'm going to do, just one sec, let me grab. I split this in half. I had this wide, and I split this And I think I'm going to do this around the cover for both the front and the back. Okay? And stitch that around, and then I'm going to position my pocket so I don't have to futz and fiddle and, you know, all of that kind of thing. And because I'm not stitching this down to this paper, then I'm gluing it, then that's a good way to do it. Did that even make sense, you guys? If it didn't, I'm really sorry. But I'll show you as we go along. So I just wanted to update you on that. So we're going to put the lining to the cover to the side. And now we have to decorate and make this beautiful. Okay, I've got some cool digis. It's really difficult to try to pick. I love these roses. Just so delicate. And then this makes just a fabulous background. And I had folded these as potential pages, but I can also use them. We can mix it up. I've already cut this and used part of that one. Okay. And I tore this one around because I love this. I thought we'd put that somewhere. So, so how are you guys? How are you doing today? I am pretty good. In just a few minutes, I'm going to put this video on pause. I'm going to go to lunch with a sweet friend that I have met since moving here to Jonesboro. And we are just gonna chat and catch up and I have had both of my COVID shots, so I am feeling really good about that. I like this. This is beautiful. This may be a little bigger than, I don't know. I have to pare down. we have to decide. We have to come up with something. So do I want the cover yellow-y? You know, do I want to highlight more yellow? Or do I... I've got an awful lot of pink. Loving the pink. But I love the yellow as well. This reminds me many years ago when I lived in Roosevelt, Utah, out on the bench. Lived close to my husband at the time, that I was married to at the time. We had a home. My folks gave us an acre of ground, and we had a home close to theirs. And Mom and I would walk down this it was a dirt lane. You know, we were out in the country. And there was an old abandoned house that had these beautiful climbing yellow roses and pink roses. And I remember sometimes we would just go and we would just, you know, we would pick those. And it was just, I don't know, it's just one of those memories, you know, that later down the road, and of course, both my folks have passed away and moved on, and yeah, but it's a really nice memory. So, what have you been working on? I would be very interested if you want to share with me what you have been working on, what kind of stuff is going on in your life. I mean, hello, I'm sharing my guts with you. I even cried in one video, right? Oh dear. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Hello. I am really quite an upbeat person. I am emotional. I have a tender heart. Yeah, I do. And I love people. And if I just hope you'll enjoy it here. And as I have shared with my subbies in my last video, I'm not 100% sure how the YouTube thing will work out, as my husband and I are serving a mission for our church. By the way, we did put we turned in our papers. It's official since Sunday, but we still have probably a good 5-6 weeks before we know where we're going and when we check in. So at the very least, I will be with you, during that time. And I hope, cross your fingers, pray, that maybe there will be a situation where maybe I can come in periodically and just say hi and I love you and, that kind of stuff. These are looking pretty amazing to me, right? I'm kind of like loving both of these. Do you have a preference? I think this one, because it's just a little bit more prominent, perhaps. But I thought about the yellow too, you guys. Maybe I'm just going to have to throw in some yellow pages. That could work too. And that memory that I shared you with, the roses, the wild roses. Mom even took a start from that because it was an old abandoned. Nobody had lived there for many, many years. I don't even know who owned the property. It may have been owned by the tribe. The Ute tribe is what I grew up on. And she took a start, from the bush, and she planted it in the yard, and it grew very well. It was, yeah, okay. We're going with this. This is taking too long. See, this is the problem. When I chat with you while I'm creating, then I get sidetracked really easily. I'm going to blame it on you guys. You are distracting me. No, I'm not blaming it on you. You guys are amazing, and I just love you. And I hope you can feel that, because it's genuine. It's not put on. I just love people. I don't know. I just really enjoy people. I enjoy different cultures and different, I just think we're all amazing in our own way. Skinny, chubby, short, tall, whatever. It all helps with a wonderful mix. Okay, now, so what I could do here, I actually think I'm going to throw this away. Oh, well, maybe not, because when we collage, that could be cool. Yeah. Okay, we aren't going to throw that away. You thought I was going to. I know you did. So, what I'm trying to decide is, do I want this? You know what? I'm just going to do it, you guys. If it turns out weird or kaflooey, I'm sorry. But I am going to just sort of work away the background just a little bit more here. so I can add, I don't know, just for fun, because I can. Did you ever, as a parent, those of you that are parents, did you ever, with your kids, were you ever guilty of saying, because I said so? I'm raising my hand. Sometimes it was just so much easier to just say, because I said so. Yeah. I learned from a counselor at one time that the kids in those ages, you know, I mean, we all have, human nature is what it is, and there are traits that we have tendencies to gravitate to. And that doesn't mean that they're, you know, that's a blanket every single person. So I'm definitely not saying that this is, you know, this is the way it is. But the kids, when they ask to do things and you are not in favor of certain things, that they don't want to know why, because oftentimes they will say, why can't I? And so we give them the whys, and all they come up with are more, they can figure out the, well, yada, 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 and da-da-da-da-da. And and their goal is to overcome our objections. That's the goal. And we learned a couple of phrases that our counselor gave us. And that is, nevertheless, what was the other one? Well, I'm really reaching back from many, many years ago. Regardless, nevertheless, and regardless, that those words, it just cuts through all the fluff. It cuts through all the whatevers. If you say, like, for instance, you know, well, can I go overnight, yada, 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 all the friends are getting together, blah, 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 and you feel in your gut that that just isn't a good thing, but to try to explain why it isn't a good thing, you know, the kids, they've determined they need to go, right? And so you can say all of those, well, because yada, 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 and Dad and I just don't feel good about it, or, you know, we don't know their parents, or I don't know what it might be, but, and then they come up with another reason. They come up with, well, no, you'll get to meet them, and da-da-da-da-da, or, well, you know, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Well, he shared that when you say something like, okay, and you let them talk, and then you say, well, nevertheless, I feel that's not a good yada, yada, yada. And then they come up with more things, and then you switch it around on them, and then you say, okay, well, regardless, and it just really doesn't leave any, you know, where do you go? What do they say to that? Regardless. Right? Okay. Okay, well, this is coming along. I'm liking this. So I just looked at my watch. It's time for me to go meet my friend for lunch, but I will be back with you, and I hope that you're working on something. And if you're working on the journal cover, I'd love to see your work. Anyway, I will be back shortly. Bye-bye. Okay, we are back from lunch. I am ready to continue on with this wonderful, wonderful, fun project. Okie dokie. So, let's just rip some paper. All right. Okay. Sometimes, like I've been gone, it is 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later. My girlfriend, we just, you spend maybe 15, 20 minutes eating, and then you spend an hour and a half catching up, visiting, right? Oh, so nice. I want to add some fun, little bit of mixed media, maybe some fabric. I'm going to do, let me think about that, because maybe I don't want to overdo the fabric thing. Maybe, as I am going, I have this little teeny bit of this left. This is going to go around. Let's see if we go. Let's sort of pretend and put that there. Have you guys made any headway since I have been gone? Well, no, actually, because you saw this just in sequence. It's not an hour and a half or 2.5 hours later for you, is it? Silly me. Oh, well, all right, let's just continue. So what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm thinking of maybe, no, I'm not crazy about that, just like that. But I'm thinking that I might want to actually leave this. I'm kind of liking this stitching pattern and this, but maybe just like a lace just to go down the spine here might be all that we want. That's kind of where my thought process is headed. And I want to keep in mind that I have all of this yummy deliciousness that I can play with. So I don't want to do, maybe we want to turn that, you know what, we're going to do that. So let's just, which side do we want? Either side is amazing. So we'll just glue, glue, glue. And I vary my glues. If you followed me for any length of time or watched many of my videos, you will see a pattern. I'm not saying it's a great pattern, but it is a pattern that I have a tendency to switch glues fairly regularly. Now, if I'm using a stick glue like I did for here, then I put on a good coating. I want to make sure it's covered really well. And then I also will burnish it with my bone folder. Rubbing with the bone folder is called burnishing. It just gives it an extra sticky. It's there. Okay, let's switch this up now and get some of this loveliness going on as well. Love these papers. Just love, love, love. So, absolutely go. I will put Lorna's link down below. Tailor-made journals. She carries just really beautiful, beautiful digitals. Let's see, I think I might want to do the edge on this one. So let's just bring that up. And we will just real quickly kind of scooch down the side here, and I just re-inked my stamp pad so it's nice and fresh. So maybe leave a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. This is sort of just like, okay guys, we're just blindly putting it together and hoping that it's not too terribly crazy and that we have a pleasing end result. That's one thing that collaging is just, I don't know, it's just fun. It is just fun. Now, what I might want to do, I didn't think about this until just now, but maybe what I'll do in the future till we get this all set down and in place is maybe not glue completely around everything tightly in case I want to lift up and put some things over, under, that kind of thing, tucking little bits here and there. The more that I glue, let's see, I'm gonna rip this the other way, just because, I don't know, for some reason I'm just not wanting the little torn edge. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just in one of those, I don't know. I'm just in a mood, guys. So, so my girlfriend and I, we met at Firehouse Subs here in town. I love their chicken sub sandwich. Oh my goodness, it is so yummy. And that is what I ordered. I get a small chicken sandwich, and then I get a diet cream soda. Oh, love cream soda. And I like the diet. I think it's very, very good. Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't know, it's like sometimes you just get it going and then you're like, what is enough? What is too much? What have I done? Where did it go? Where was that rose I cut out, you guys? Here it is. Okay. And did I want some of this showing? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. That's the thing. Now see here, I should have actually, well, maybe not. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really sorry. You're getting like completely mixed weirdness from me right now. I apologize. I am just enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day. We've got sunshine, warm. Well, it's not super, super warm, but it's comfortable. For me, I prefer when the temperature isn't super, super hot. I have a tendency to is it heat stroke or sunstroke? I'm not sure which, but when I'm in extreme heat, I get nauseous, I get sick, and can throw up and pass out. And so because of that, sometimes I have to kind of temper some of the things that I do and my time outside. So this is today perfect temperature. It's in the upper 60s, and it's just, there's a nice breeze going on, and it's my kind of weather. Speaking of weather, that's one of the questions on the, for filling out forms for going on a mission. They ask you if certain things are, can bother you, or I can't remember what all, but one of them was weather. And so we did put that extreme temperatures can have a tendency to make me, I don't do as well. So I don't know. This is the same as this. This is the same as this. I think I want to bring in a couple of other pages, perhaps, that show a little different print, or is that the same print? That may be the same print. Let's keep looking. I love all of the different types of papers and things that we have available to use. Dictionary pages, encyclopedia, just all kinds of things. I want to bring in a little bit different coloration in here, so let's add a little bit of this. Normally this would be one that I would finish. I would stitch on both sides, and this would become a journaling page that I, carry in my Etsy shop. But we just need a little bit of this, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to borrow some. And we're not going to return it, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, spiritualism, spirited. Okay, spiteful. Let's go this side. Spiteful was on the other side, so we definitely would prefer spiritualism. Okay. Let's just do a little of that for a minute and kind of put that down. And actually, let's move it. I'm not worrying about coming out to the edges on here because I am going to bind it with this. So we don't have to worry about that. And we are going to want to bring in some of these fun different papers and images. Let's see, let me move that out of the way. Let's get a little bit something going here. I know this particular type of paper, Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah, she loves these. And they are very cool. I can't disagree that I enjoy using them too. Let's see. I'm just gonna do some ripping here, because right now maybe I just want some some possibilities that I can add, and then we'll just see where it goes. I didn't really intend on having this necessarily become book pagey, but it's kind of sort of maybe heading that direction. And I think I'm okay with that. I just don't want it to be I don't want to do upside down. Maybe something like that. We're just playing. Nothing is cast in stone right here. And for that, I really do think that my tear ruler, I like that edge. So let's give that edge right. I love my tear ruler. I love the fact that you can see through it and it's wide enough, it holds it down nicely as well. I really enjoy that. Okay, now let's move some of this stuff here so we can get to the prettier papers. Okay. We've got this. I've got pockets. I've got things I could do this way. That's maybe too much. That's maybe too much. I don't know about that. I like, what do we think of that? Kind of, sort of, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. What you thinking? What you thinking, Lincoln? That's awfully pretty. What about, we have some frames. Oh, so it is just an enjoyable, do you ever just, some days you just feel good. You're not sure why necessarily things are just feeling so great, but they just are, and you're just really happy, and it's kind of how I feel today. Just kind of, sort of, I don't know. See that? See that? Now, that's a cool look, don't get me wrong, but that's not the one I was going for here. I'm spinning my wheels, guys. I'll be honest, I'm spinning my wheels just a little bit here now. Let's try. Let's go on a little different journey here. I'm gonna switch this up just a little bit. I maybe was trying to be so careful about not doing too terribly much that I overdid it with the not too terribly much kind of thing. Does that make sense? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to. And I don't know if this will be above or underneath. We'll just give this a quick little hug. Just a hug. Now, if I wanted to, I could even go like, Okay. I like that. That looks good. Let's see. Let's figure out what we want to do over here. Bring in another bit of that. I really did kind of like the paper, and it's really vintage. You can see the browning, the yellowing. I guess it's yellowing technically on the sides, and the paper is just, it's just really nice. On its own, it probably doesn't have the sturdiness to like be an envelope or something of that nature, but it sure makes a beautiful collage background. Okay. And this is kind of cool because this says spiritualist, spirituality. So that was kind of fun. And even spiritualism on either side on this one is, kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that. So if I do this over here and do that there, or if I bring this down here, or should I do this away? Or should I do this away? And then maybe put something like this, and then something like that. Oh, I know. Let's do something like that. Flap that underneath. And then maybe do that on top. And that. Okay, this is looking better. I'm feeling a little bit better about it. All right. Let's continue. So, first of all, I want to put this piece on. So we will just give that a nice covering of glue. And use, like I said before, you use whatever glue you prefer. The whole idea is just have fun with it. You know, just this is fun. This is something to do just to relax, just to kind of recharge your brain cells. Just kind of, you know, some days, you've all heard that, what is the song, some days are diamonds, some days are coal. Is it coal or gold? What is that? If you're thinking it in terms of some days are good and some days are bad, then it's probably coal versus the gold, because I'm assuming that the gold would be good too. All right, so now if we do that there, was this going to go on top? I don't remember. I think it was, wasn't it? See? This is oh shoot. Well, it's not now, okay? We're going to change the program again. That's all right. This one is going down. That's one of the advantages of gluing a little, or maybe taking a little snapshot before you glue so that you've got it, you can remember in your mind where everything is supposed to lie, right? Okay. So this was going to go here, and we'll do something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Do I want to highlight? I guess I will highlight this as well, just a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. It's getting pretty sticky over here. Okay, let's refold. And sometimes I have, I just have extra papers, and so I will oftentimes use them for gluing. I've used book pages too, but I don't know, I use my book pages a lot for journal pages. Let's see, let me get under there. Okay, all right, let's give that a nice burnish. Okay, we've covered the front, and we will, I'm going to want something there because that bothers me, but it's not like anything like that. It just, I just don't want that to be the end result. And definitely I'm wanting this in here. That's looking very pretty. And maybe it's just a matter of this, you know, coming down and bringing that. That kind of is cool. And let's see, let's do this. Let's trim those little guys off, and let's see. Let's see about that. Okay, I like that. I like the way that's looking. Let's take a look at some of these other things that we've got going here. She has all these gorgeous, gorgeous. Takes a little while to cut them out, but there are so many pretty images. And I just, you know, I want to use them all, but obviously that would be overkill and just a little bit much. But we'll use some. Da 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 da. It's kind of cool. Oh, you know, I have these too. I've got these words. I have this. Oh, that might be nice. Look at that. I like that. Oh yeah, that's better. That definitely. That needs to happen. And I don't know if this is meant to be an envelope that I turn under and do whatever, but I love it just the way it is, so I'm going to put this down. I think it will go perfectly. Oh, I love it. I love it when something just kind of like, yes. And you see it and you're like, yeah, that was supposed to be right there. Right there, just like that. And we could add the bird here. This is coming along, guys. And I have these words. I've got journey, French rose, cottage, faded rose, la Vien. La Vien Rose, life in pink. Dream. So we have some things to pick from here. And then I want to periodically, I just need to bring this back in to do this. Because that's how that's going to go. So I want to make sure that I don't want to cover that up. In fact, let me think for a minute here. I may want to, before I position these, all of these on here and glue them down, because I'm not planning on stitching on this. You could, and I certainly do a lot, but this one I'm not. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think what I will do is go ahead, we'll work on this side, and I will put some of these elements down. Like, I'll put this down, and I'll put this down. I think I'll wait on the little bird, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, we'll just cover that up just like us. We'll get this one. Oh, those of you that have never tried a glue stick, you know, I think the key to successful glue sticking is that you adequately cover your item with the glue. Woo! And then you burnish it when you get it put down so that it really adheres. Let's press that down, and then let's just go ahead and do some burnishing. Okay. Now, let's just double check here. We're thinking of putting that in that area. Maybe this bird in this area somewhere. And then maybe something here. You know, we'll see. I can definitely layer a little bit more. This is kind of a basic. I may end up layering quite a bit more just because I like to layer. But I'm not going to do all of that on camera, you guys. This has taken a long time. I appreciate you joining me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to go ahead and continue to collage. I'll bring you back in, and you can help me with the last little bits. And then we will put this on and stitch around, and we'll just continue working on it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, guys, here I am back again, and I have gone again. Gone again. Oh, golly. This is actually the next morning that I'm finishing this. But I wanted to show you what I have gone ahead and done on my own. I have added this piece of the sweet little cherry fabric and put some lace over that and just stitch that down. So I'm going to love that for the spine. I just think that's perfect. And then as you can see, I've gone ahead and I have collaged. Excuse me. It's still morning. We're still clearing out the frogs that have lodged in my throat throughout the night. Let me get a drink of water. See if that'll kind of go away. As you can see, I have ripped around this little rose. That was just so sweet, and that's just such a sweet memory. I wanted to add that. Now, so I feel like the back is mostly taken care of, with maybe the exception of adding just, I don't know, some little element here. I had a sweet little, oh, here it is, this dragonfly. And these are all, you know, everything that I'm playing with right here is from Lorna's digital. So you have lots of elements to work with. Okay, isn't that cool? Now, could I put it, would it be, should I kind of like, I don't know, let's say. We could sort of angle it. Move it around. We're just gonna play with the dragonfly. Zoom. You know, I think I kind of like it there. Is that cool? Let's do it. You didn't holler out no that I could hear you. So that's what we do. All right, and my glue stick is getting kind of mushy. It's warmer. I do find that as the temperature warms up, my glue stick, come on, baby, can get a little warm, and that my glue is a little bit softer. So, okay, let's just kind of, let's get the little puppy down. Smooth it, yeah. All right. I like that. I like it. Okay, so the back is done. This is done. So all we have left to do, guys, and for this video, we're just going to finish collaging it, and in the next video, we're going to put the last video, we're going to put the two together. We're going to sew around it with this binding. Going to edge that and do the insides. And if I have time, then I'll go ahead and sew the journal, the journal in. If not, maybe there'll be a number 4. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I like having this little bit of added color, just as we have on the back. I mean, you won't see it when the journal is closed, but I've just been kind of playing a little bit with this. You can see I have finished here. Oh, and this bird, he can hop around. He can move around. So I really like this. Oh no. What if we did this here instead? And I just ripped around this edge. Let's play with that maybe just for a minute. And what if we were to do this? Yeah, I just don't like it as well. So, and I didn't rip this edge because I'm assuming that it's going to be coming off. And here, see, I was so like, oh, this will be better to show. This is spiritualism. And, you know, in the reality of collage, a lot of the things that you even really like, you're going to cover up. So it's just, that's the land of collage, you know. And I like that. So I'm totally fine with that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. Do we want that on? You know, I thought I wanted that on. I'm having a little bit of a difficulty now. I thought I was just going to get this all done, that I had it all planned out, all mapped out, and you and I were just going to hug, and then I was going to get out of here and let you get back to a lot of other amazing things that you need to do, and etc., and okay. Now I'm all befuddled again. Let us see. What if we just say bye-bye to that? Let's go ahead, put the elements in that we want. I don't want them to be clashing. I just want, what do I want? I just want it to be really pretty. And I want it to say, you know what, this, when I put this there, I liked it. But now I'm feeling like it's clashy, and it's like competing with these. And I don't want these to be in competition. Isn't that interesting? That is something a little bit newish. What if we added just a little bit more something to just neutral to cover that little bit up? I mean, I'm not going to even try ripping it because of, well, you know what happened when I tried to do that. It didn't work so well. All right, so now we definitely don't want a straight edge. So we'll just kind of, I don't know. We'll see if I do something like this and I put this back down like so. Do I like that? Do we like that better, you guys? I kind of think I do. I kind of sort of think, yeah. Okay. So, if we do that, then, what did I do with that yellow? Could I still maybe sneak that in there? Could that go under like so? And then the binding would come here. All right. I'm thinking this might can work. And I have this that I could add right there, right there. I love that. But what is bothering me about it? What is it, you guys? What is it? Well, let's check. Let's add the bird. And I think we would just sort of, if we do put the bird on here, we're going to kind of make his tail sort of blend in. I'm okay with that. Life in Pink. Vien Rose. I'm sure you're telling me, I know that you're giving me wonderful suggestions, and I'm sure you're being patient. You're not yelling at me yet. Oh gosh. Oh, what a twit I am, Ronda. Get with the party. How about something just simple? How about something just simple like such? Thus and such. And maybe a little something like that. Okay, I like that better. I actually do like that better. Now, do I like this better with or without? I kind of think I like it better, but ish. I like it better-ish, but maybe want to put in just another, let's sneak this in. Come on. Come on. Just kind of a something. Huh? Huh? What do you think? Have we got it? Kinda, sorta, yeah? All right, you know what? I'm going for it. All right, so now I've got to try to remember where these elements all fit. That has to come off. This is the first one that's going to go down. So let us just tear just a little bit to kind of soften that little bit of an edge there. And we will see. This will be definitely have earned, whoops, get off. I've got kind of gluey now on my fingers from the stick glue. So I'm a little bit sloppy going on here. All right, so I think I'll put that there. Let's go ahead and glue it down. I hope that this video has been somewhat instructive to just, you know, I wanted to show you a little bit more of my process about this whole thing. It's certainly not amazing that it's like, wow, that's the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Of course, if you thought that, I'd be like, wow, thank you. But I think I'm somewhat of a realist. No, that's not going to happen. But I like it now. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes the papers, the images, you just have to let them speak to you. And you have to be willing to switch it around and change up your game plan just to find out what they're really saying to you. You know. Okay, this one, I think we'll put that down there. My daubers. I love my daubers. They're so much fun. And I wear these puppies to where they're bare bones. You know, as sponges eventually, they all get, the sponge starts to break down. And eventually it gets kind of ratty. And so I trim mine as that happens. Let me wipe my hands. That is getting a little bit mushy. Take that off. So let's just make sure we've got all the glue. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of glue residue somewhere. So I want to make sure I get that all off so it's nice and smooth, no sticky, no residue. Okay, so we've got these pieces on. And I believe this was next. My gorgeous flower. Oh, yum, yum, yum. And these two kind of go together because of the wonderful things she does. I'm off to see the wizard. That scared me when I was young. The Wizard of Oz. It was like, oh. Okay, that's getting... I'm just about ready for a new glue piece. New glue background. All right. We are working on it, you guys. Thank you for being so gracious and helping me figure this out. And I'm sure that you have probably come up with some ways that are even more wonderful than what we did here together, and that's okay. I just appreciate you being here with me. Okay. It gets soft. I think that was kind of my pattern, was putting that just like thus and such, not laying that completely down just yet. Want to make sure, and because, well, Where's my lifter? Lifter. Well, I'll just grab a needle here. Just pull that up a bit. Just a tad bit. Okay. Okay, I like that position. We'll want a non-sticky part, and I don't want to glue the back down to my collage work and have to rip it off and have it tear some of my collage. No. Okay, I think for that part we're good. And then she said we were thinking of getting in here, weren't we? Somewhere in here, and doing a French rose kind of deal. Kind of dilly-willy. Okay, so I want to go ahead and ink around this so this stands out. And we will be done. Ooh! I think this is so pretty. So pretty. Oh, I haven't decided what to do with this gorgeous little journal when I'm done. Let's see. I think we'll just go with the flow. What if I did it up here? Something like, see, I don't know if I want this like off by itself. I feel like it needs to connect. Just, see, it needs to have just a tad bit of connection here. And so I like that. We could then do this. Kind of move them so that they're not straight across. Have a little bit nicer eye interest. See, you just have to just do it and just quit. Because the brain, I could spend probably a good half an hour just trying to figure out the position of where I want that. And that's just silliness. I'm just going to put it. It's down. There. It's down. I can't futz with that one anymore. And this, unfortunately, I can still futz a little bit. So I'm going to, like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tigger or something here because... All right. All right. This is going to win. Did any of you vote for this over here? Anybody? Did anybody vote for this one? My paper was getting too sticky, so I did not want to add any more anything. And see here, I'm just doing it. Just doing it. And now, let me rub that little spot of glue off my mat. Okay. I think that is beautiful. And let's kind of bend. Okay, so this is how it will look. There's the front, here's the back. Pretty. All right, guys. I'm going to do a different video to finish this up. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I hope that you will continue to have an amazing day or evening whenever it is that you're viewing this video. Until my next video, I'm thinking about you and wishing you well, and have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.